Welcome to Unbiased and on the Fence. I'm Shane. Thank you so much for joining. Well, this is a recap video, so some of my subscribers that are already hip to the Mandela Effect and know it's a very real phenomenon. Um, this isn't really for you. It's just mainly an update video because most of my very first Mandela Effect videos have fallen way down on the list. They're harder to find. And I need to get something back in rotation to offset some of the disinformation out there, because when people look up Mandela Effect, uh, they either get people saying that people are misremembering things. That's a big one. Or that, you know, it's something to worry about. And I believe that the Mandela Effect is from a benevolent source. It's a wake-up call for people to sort of, because they're impossible changes. And I wouldn't describe it as misremembering as much as I would, well, you see here, observable changes to our material reality. That's how I would describe the Mandela Effect. In fact, it was described that way in a book I read, and you can check that out in my other videos. I'll have more videos linked in the description below, as well as on the end screen if you'd like to look into some of the stuff further. But I won't spend too much time on any one Mandela Effect. I'll have it to where you can I'll pique your interest and then you can look into each one further. But I just wanted to touch on a few and make it sort of a quicker video. That way I don't lose you guys. But one of the very first ones I noticed, and I was unsure of it for a while, was the nickel. Most people know the original nickel, and then the one that they came out in '05, and I think they struck it in '05 and '06. But many people have not seen this nickel. This is the new one. And if you check your change purse or pocket, you've probably got this nickel in there. And I wasn't sure about it till I saw 2011. But then once I saw 2006, there's no way this has been around for over a decade and I didn't notice it. So I would definitely put it in the Mandela Effect category. So that's pretty trippy. The Google Trends is another way that you can sort of look and see how you'll see either the original way kind of fall off in popularity. Like you see Fruit Loops is the one I got here. The blue being the way people remember it being spelled, fruit spelled the actual way you spell fruit, and then the new way is fruit with two O's. And you'll either see the old way sort of die off or the new way gain in popularity. Here you see sort of both happens over time. This is from 2004 until the current day. And here we have the actual recreation of what it used to look like, and then the current way on the right. JCPenney is another big one. Now this just looks so long and wrong to me with this extra E in here. Many people remember it spelled like you spell penny. And once again on the Google Trends you can see at one point the blue was higher, but then over time the red has gained in more and more popularity over the years. And that's the new spelling for it. And here we have some residual. Now I didn't actually take this picture, so I don't know if this is, legitimate residue or not, or if it's been photoshopped or something. I can't really vouch for it. I didn't take this picture, but many people remember it spelled like that. I just found it on the internet. One of the very first things that caught my attention, because I'd heard about the Mandela Effect for over a year, but when I heard the lion and the lamb scripture did not exist anymore. Isaiah, I think it's 11:6. But you can see all this residue left, these lion and lamb pictures, paintings and stuff. Once again, you can see lion and lamb gets many more hits, and then there's sort of the spike here where I guess people were like, what the heck, wolf and lamb. And then if you even Google it, the lion shall lie down with the lamb, sayings not found in scripture. Isn't that something? Okay, the Mona Lisa. I like to pick this one because it's older. It's a painting from the 15 or 1600s or whatever, but you can see that Many people don't remember her smiling. This is the current one. People don't remember her smiling so much. I did Photoshop a version of how I remembered her, and it was more like this. It was sort of a smile, but you couldn't really tell. Is that what you guys remember, or do you remember the bigger smile like that? I don't know. Maybe a time traveler went back and gave her a dupe or something. I don't know. Oscar Mayer and Oscar Mayer. Most people remember the Oscar Mayer with the E. Now it's Oscar Mayer with an A, like the singer. Now we've got Rodin's Thinker statue. This is the current version of it. Most people remember it being with a fist to the forehead and more centered across the body, but now it's twisted to the left. But this has a lot of residue. People taking pictures with their mimicking the statue that has now changed, but they've got their fist to their forehead, which is just strange. This is a very old painting where somebody was mimicking it. Here we have some more residue. Here, I don't know, it's the Legos or something. But anyway, you can see even this has changed, and it's the fist is sort of under the chin, and she's mimicking it with her fist to the forehead. Here again, fist to the forehead, but the statue itself has changed. How bizarre is that? It's crazy. This was a big one for me, the Volkswagen emblem. It's got this dividing line right here now that it's never looked like this one on the right. They've always had this line in there separating the V and the W, and I didn't even know that. I thought it was a sloppy W. I didn't even realize that it was divided. And then other people, I don't really remember the spelling changing. I just don't know about that, but people remember it being G-O-N, wagon, and supposedly that's changed too, but I'm not really sure about that myself. But I do know that it didn't have a dividing line in there, but it appears to have always had that dividing line in there. Now, a real big one is the Zapruder film. The original Zapruder film was black and white. There was 4 people in the car, but now this new version has 6 people in the car. Jackie is no longer the only woman in there. It's got this dividing bar across there. And no worries, it's not going to show anything. But I'll stop it right here so you can see this dividing bar that's in there. This car was specially made for this event now. It wasn't like that before. It was very strange. But yeah, this is it. It's in color. Let me jump forward a little bit more. You can see, yeah, it was in color. That was a home movie camera. This is a Zapruder film. This isn't remastered. It appears to have always been that way. Berenstain and Berenstein or Stein. You can see that the new spelling is in the red, Berenstain, and over time it's gained in more popularity in the Google Trends. Another one is the shoes, Skechers. The new version doesn't have the T in there, it's just Skechers, and you can see over time it's gained in popularity. The Flintstones. Now this one has changed back and forth several times. I was on Guy's channel earlier just looking. I couldn't believe it. It changed back and now it has the T in there again. For me, it originally had the T when I was growing up. I remember reading the Bible and reading about the Flint knives and knowing that, oh, that's where the cartoon was named after. But a lot of people remember just Flintstones without the T. And so yeah, it's gone. At least when I saw it, it changed to Flynn Stones without the T, and now the T has come back, but people remember it flip-flopping a few times now. It's pretty strange. A really big one that I think a lot of people have been to Ellis Island, they've been to the Statue of Liberty, they've been up in the Torch. There was a bombing years ago, and you're not allowed in the Torch. Over 100 years now, you haven't been allowed in the Torch. And I remember when 9/11 happened, it was the second attack on American soil. Besides the bombing in Pearl Harbor, that was the first. I remember them mentioning that during 9/11, but now in this reality, supposedly we had a bombing back that damaged part of the skirt and the torch of the Statue of Liberty, which is now on Liberty Island, as strange as that may be. So that is all I have I uh, I wanted to make it a quick video so you guys can sort of check it out and you can do a little bit more research into it. I've got other videos linked in the description and on the end screen coming up that you can check out if you'd like to see how I believe these changes are a positive thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're just now sort of waking up to these changes and you see that these impossible things are happening, let me just say that there's a huge community of other people that see it out there. There's actually a support group that you can join. All of these things will be linked in the description. And I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.